They know how I play every game like it's my last. They know how much I want to win. You know, they know how much I care about them, and they know how much I know they care about me. And a lot of times you don't have that on the NBA team.
Numbers from Kyle Korver.
Charles, I see you spent the afternoon studying the format for this three-point contest.
No, actually, I watched Tiger stink up the joint all afternoon.
What did he shoot today?
Even par. I can shoot even par.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I have 6 or 7 more holes to go, but I can shoot even par.
Was he at Kenny's party last night?
He might have been at Kenny's party last night.
That's what it is, Tiger.
There was a little guy over in the corner.
He's off to a good start.
Those red, white, and blues are pretty big, aren't they?
Hey, you know what? I ain't worried about Tiger. He just got to get ready for the match play. Warm up
about your man here. I don't know about your man here, Chuck.
We got to make that one.
I don't know about your man here. You got to go 15 in a row or something like that.
But you know, you can tell when a guy can shoot. Like, even when he misses.
Uh-oh, he's got 2 in a row and 3 in a row.
He needs to make that.
That was big. That was big.
He got... How great is it for him just to be here, though? A week ago, he wasn't even going to be invited.
Yeah, but the thing is that they're going to let some people know he can shoot.
5 straight hits by Kyle Korver with Allen Iverson cheering on.
And he's got 13. He's coming from this weekend.
We don't want Allen Iverson cheering him on. He's running the passing the ball every now and then.
He's been in a rhythm now for a couple weeks. Do you know what you're averaging the past 6 or 7 games? Do you have any idea?
No, I thought you were supposed to know that.
It's in the 40-something. When you get on a roll like this and your teammates know it, what's it feel like out there?
I mean, it feels good. You just know that you're in a rhythm. You know, it's like driving a car. You know, but you know, like you said, you know, without my teammates, it can't be done. You know, they're the guys that set screens for me. Those are the guys that get knocked around all over the court, you know, for me every night. And without them, I can't do it. So I mean, I owe a lot of credit to them and our coaching staff.
Is basketball at all like golf? Can a simple little thing take you out of that rhythm, and a simple thing bring you into that rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, anything. You know, I'm not real superstitious, but anything. You know, sometimes when I come to the gym, if it's too cold, it bothers me. You know, but if the heat is on in the gym, then the heat's gonna be on that floor.
All-Star game this weekend. What does it mean to you to be with this group, to play with these guys, and to be doing it almost every year?
Man, it's a great opportunity. It's something I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna cherish for the rest of my life. Without my teammates and my coaching staff, I wouldn't be here. So I'm representing them, and I'm glad I get the opportunity to represent them and represent Philadelphia, my family and friends.
Alan, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Good guy, Kevin, who you think got a higher field goal percentage in NBA history?
You.
So I can tell these two guys something about shooting.
If I dunked everything, too, I would have it.
A dunk counts as a shot, you know.
Yeah, but I ain't 6'5" and 350.
I ain't 350 either.
Okay.
I had lunch earlier today. I'm 357 right now.
So he's got 4 right now. And, like, you like him, but I just don't think that you can. He's more of a game shooter, rhythm. He's actually more of a player than a shooter.
Yeah, he's made all 3 money balls. He's at 11 now. I think you got to get to about 17 or 18 to advance to the finals. So he's in decent shape right now.
If you want to put that guy on a team with a big man,
it's a wrap.
It would be a wrap. A guy that has to get doubled, kind of like you, Steve.
Yeah, he needs to go play with Tim Duncan.
Oh my goodness, it'd be scary.
Kyle Korver, final shots. The money ball is worth 2 points.
Who picked him?
Not me.
Let's blow it to Cheryl like I called Korver. And Kyle, this is your second time around, 14 in the first round. Did you feel very comfortable?
I thought I was done. I didn't think 14 would be good enough, but we survived another round. Hopefully we'll come out and be a little better this round.
Rashawn Leonard obviously hasn't played all season after rupturing his Achilles, and he pops in as a winner. Can you believe his effort?
On one leg, he gets, 17? That's pretty good.
All right, see you in the finals. To you guys.
As our 3 finalists, and Korver will go first.
I got to think the scores are going to be higher now. Everybody's comfortable. They're relaxed now a little bit. Getting past that first round is the key, and I think the scores will be up closer to 20 now.
And Korver has to be the favorite.
Because you picked him?
No,
I picked him.
No, you picked him.
Yeah, Charles picked Radmanovich. You got 6 points.
Yeah, that's right. That was a good pick.
Hey, remember, that's first place, and everybody else coming second. At least my guy came in second. And I did pick Korver last year. Maybe I was just a year off.
I was a night off, I guess.
The uniform is wearing the Syracuse Nationals, the Nats that eventually became the Philadelphia franchise.
See, the one thing I think about him is that he's more of a player than a shooter. He shoots well, but he shoots well in the game because he knows how to get open and get in rhythm. So that's why I didn't really pick him.
He's starting to get in the groove now, though.
First of all, he can't do anything but shoot. No, you haven't been watching these guys. He puts it on the floor. He's athletic. Listen, I saw him at Creighton. He's a shooter. That's his best attribute, but he does things as well in the game.
Korver finished third last year with 15 in the finals.
I think 15 might be his limit. Well, we'll see.
Here comes the money ball for two. He's already gone by 15, and he cut it. A big-time shot by Kyle Korver with 18 points.
That might have did it, that money ball.
He was 4 of 5 with the money ball in that round.
That's the big one. He started finding his rhythm at the top of the circle and made a nice little comeback there at the end. And those money balls are huge. If you can make all 5 of those, as Vashawn Leonard did, it makes it pretty easy.
Steve, when you're in this competition, because you've been in it before, what are you thinking? I mean, you're not thinking like you're in a game. You're thinking such a different way.
I always thought before I entered the competition, I always thought I'd know exactly how many points I had. I never knew anything about points, time. And you got to figure out the timing and the rhythm. That's why experience is so important.
Korver in his second season, Bob, 2 made threes away from setting the all-time single-season 76er record from long range.
And that's quite a record. He has 196. The record is held by Dana Barros at 197. He can really shoot threes, but he has an excellent mid-range game, and he will work hard. He'll go to the board. He'll rebound the ball. He's an extremely competitive guy and a very special young player, not only for Philadelphia, but in the NBA.
There is no individual player more responsible for the 76er win in Dallas January 29th than Korver. Made every clutch shot, scored 12 of his 16 that night in the fourth quarter to fend off a furious Maverick rally, and the Sixers escaped without Allen Iverson that night. But Korver will likely see a bigger demand offensively on his shoulders in Chris Webber's absence in this game.
Going to be one young man who's really lighting it up from three-point range with Philadelphia this year, Dana Barros.
That's why right there.
Kyle Korver has now tied Dana Barros for the single-season Philly record. That's his 197th make beyond the arc this year. Payton stripped. Payton upset. Korver fires away. Kyle Korver hits the three, and he just set the single-season record for most three-pointers in 1 year for a 76er. Just past Dana Barros with that three-pointer. And the Sixers are up 17.
And if this guy gets it going and gets feeling good, look out. He's got plenty of confidence. All he needs is about a foot.
Korver for three. Good shot.
Yeah,
as always.
He missed 2. He's not going to miss the third. A year ago, 75% of his shots were from the three-point line, and that's what Jim O'Brien wanted. It's amazing how many threes they shot last year, and they were only 25th in makes in the three-point department.
Kyle Korver averages 10 points per ball game. He had 12 in that first quarter.
Well, the Blazers did a lot of things well, stopping Iverson and Weber. They know this guy can shoot when he has his feet under him, so you can't stop all their weapons. But what the Blazers didn't do is rebound. Between Korver and rebounding, the Blazers are behind, and when you stop Iverson and Weber to 1 and for 13 field goals, you're supposed to be 10 up in the ball game. So
rebound picked up by Iguodala. Korver, a deep three is home.
There is no such thing as deep for that young man, and Darius Miles should know it. He's one of the best long-range three-point shooters in the NBA.
You know, in the early going with Chris Webber and Allen Iverson struggling the way they did, Portland could have jumped out and grabbed a little lead, but Kyle Korver was the guy who exceeded his season scoring average in that first quarter.
Iverson just keeps on trucking, sends it to the corner. Wow, that's a great shooter right there.
Well, he was behind the backboard dead.
He corner. He was.
Korver, of course, is the guy, if you let him have open looks like this, he's the best in the NBA, three-point shooting percentage-wise. He takes at least 50% of his shots from out there, and range is no problem. He'll go all the way to half court, it seems.
Korver does that very well. Pierce in the lane has it knocked away, picked off by Korver. Iguodala on the break and the flush.
Iguodala, what an athlete he is. When you talk about players who came out of Arizona, he's oftentimes a guy you forget about, but what an athlete, just in his second year.
Fires to Iguodala, who throws it down again. That's the fifth Philadelphia dunk.
Here's Iverson. Weber open again. Iguodala on a pump, on a drive to the rim in a reverse.
That was impressive. That was pure athleticism. Explosive first and last step. Taking it strong to the cup.
Weber out to Iverson. Lob to Iguodala.
And Iguodala, he is just going to school on the Raptors. He loves to play against Toronto, motivated that the Raptors passed him up in the draft.
He should get lit up.
Yep. Another turnover for the Raptors. Here in the corner, lead pass. Korver layup good. Kyle Korver with 3 layups. Here in the first quarter, normally, again, this guy shoots 20, 25
Great.
points.
But you know what? He runs without the ball, Chuck, and that's a gorgeous play by Iguodala, showing his versatility as a player.
Collins slapped away, and the Raptors twice down the court turn it over. Iverson with a layup. They've got 6 turnovers, the Raptors do, here in the opening quarter.
Weber on a beat from Iverson. Webb delivers. Allen Iverson with the assist in that statistical category. Iverson way up in the top 10, 6th in that regard.
Iverson twisting in, had to give it up. And it's Weber.
You know, and I credit Kyle Korver because he knows playing with a guy like Weber will hook him up.
Kyle Korver, known as a three-point shooting specialist. He is 14th in the association in that department.
But he's a good player because he moves without the ball and he gets good shots because he gets advantage away from the ball.
Yeah, Kyle Korver, known as a three-point shooting specialist, but we saw a little of this, a little of that in the first half. He posted up, he went layup, he went 3-ball, and this is what happens when you work on your game in the offseason. In Philadelphia, Billy King and the new coaching staff said, Kyle, you know what? We know you can shoot the 3. Work on ball handling. Work on posting up. Work on putting the ball on the floor going to the cup.
And he's in tip-top shape, Chuck, and he's a guy as well that's figuring out what it takes to be a complete player in this league, and well on his way to doing that.
Korver running for 3. Now that is a good 3 that he...
How about Andre Iguodala? I mean, he is just going down on dunks. That's one. He used 2 hands. Then the lead pass. Another 2-hander. But then the tomahawk.
He's got those quick hops, Chuck.
Dribbling now going reverse, and he threw it away. And here comes another dunk. Close your eyes.
Credit, they're ganging up on him.
Korver on box behind the back. Iguodala with a tomahawk. Merry Christmas, Andre Iguodala.
It's a beautiful pass by Chris Weber. Backing in, Bosch. He's got the ball skills. Oh, what a pass.
So here's Iverson on the drive. A runner and a scoop and a score. What a play.
In between move, Chuck. Kind of shot it, not at the time you thought he would.
And Allen Iverson with that burst to the rim and a score.
To match, one-on-one, you just got to get the shooters. But if you're in that zone, you can't fall asleep and leave that guy open. Ball's in flight. You got to get to that guy so when he catches, you're in his mug.
A future Hall of Famer. Jack, I read a story on the internet. A newspaper reporter said it's time to trade Iverson. He said, you know, attendance is slumping in Philadelphia.
He's getting his 30 shots a game. They're a 500 team. He's got a big contract remaining, like 4 years left at $20+ million. Do you think Philadelphia could trade a guy like Allen Iverson?
Oh, I think they could. I mean,
do you think they would, rather?
I don't think they would, though. I think there's just such a connection between he and the city, and he's synonymous with their organization. I think you think of the Sixers now, you think of Dr. J and Billy Cunningham and Allen Iverson. I think he goes hand in hand with that franchise. Wouldn't you agree, Chuck?
Yeah, I would agree. But again, you know what? Everyone has a price.
Yeah, you know, and obviously in today's day and age in pro sports, few players finish their career with the franchise they start with. And there's the Hyundai drive to the playoffs.
See, Jack, I don't see any separation here. I don't think Philadelphia has enough talent to pull away.
No.
Fattening and very, very satisfying. A sizable course of Weber. A great compliment anytime. Your family of Sixers fans will love it. On the side, how about some of Iguodala's appetizing athleticism? Some of Dallenberg's delicious defense. And don't forget some of that instant Korver. Just sip it when it's hot. Make sure you get some fresh salmons. Even a shaking of Chablis for a little spice. Cook it all up, and you get a recipe for success. Help the Sixers taste victory just 9 days ago.